Good day everyone, and welcome to the Transport for Sydney Vlogs channel. This is going to be another walkthrough video of one of the new metro stations on the Sydney Metro City line. Today I'm at Victoria Cross, and this is the second last station that I have to cover of all the new stations. After this one it will be Crow's Nest, then I would have done a walkthrough video at all of them. So Victoria Cross was one of the many stations which did have an open day, but obviously it's much different now that the station is opened, and there are some areas which were closed off that day which are now open. So as you enter, you've got a pit there showing next service displays, an emergency help point right next to the April gates. So I'll take the next lift. So Miller Street North is at a much higher altitude compared to Miller Street South. And those are the two entrances to Victoria Cross Station. Due to the bigger depth here at Miller Street North, this entrance exit is lift only, as it was impractical to have escalators or stairs going down to the platforms.
Please stand clear of the doors. Lift going down. Lift going up. Please stand clear of the doors. Lift going up.
So yeah, as you can see, this lift shaft houses 4 lifts which connect the entrance exit of Miller Street North to this level here, which is roughly 11 stories below the Miller Street North entrance. So how this entrance exit works is that people will enter the lift on one side and then come out the lift on this side, and then people exiting will then enter the lift on the other side and then come out on this side once they get up to street level. So on this side, as you exit the lifts, you'll see here this passageway, and this passageway will take us to the main cavern where the platforms are. So yeah, again, because Miller Street North is at a much higher altitude due to the depth, it was only practical for that entrance exit to be lift only. And the reason for this is because of the station's proximity to the harbour. So obviously the tunnels have to be at a certain depth so the line can then continue under the harbour. So for that reason, Victoria Cross, couldn't imagine, is probably the deepest out of all the new metro stations on the Sydney Metro City. And yeah, for that reason, the Miller Street North entrance here at Victoria Cross is lift only. And that's a first here in Sydney. You'll notice a lot of stations in London Also have entrance exits which are lift only access. So yeah, but something new for Sydney. But anyway, as you continue down the tunnel, you get to the main cavern here. The platforms are down there, but before we go down to the platforms, I'll show you guys this corridor here, where the toilets are. Got a back of house room just there. And then on the left side of the toilets is an emergency help point, a bench, and a pit for next service displays. And just around the corner is the lift. So you've got 2 lifts here, and those 2 lifts will take you down to the platforms. There's another view of the tunnel heading back towards the lifts, which will take you up to the Miller Street North entrance exit. Now go down to the platforms, and then we'll walk along the full length. So as you come down on this side, you've got platform 1 on the left, which are for services towards the city and Sydenham, and platform 2 on the right for services towards Chatswood and Sydenham. So if you come down the escalators, you turn around, you can see the 2 lifts where they come down to, basically right at the very end of the platform. And then you've got this massive column here which supports the mezzanine level, which is right above us. Again, you've got another emergency help point and a map of the area, and a bench with the station sign right above it. I'll revert back to the normal lens. So out of all the new Sydney Metro stations, which opened on the 19th of August, this one here at Victoria Cross is quite unique in that both platforms as well as both tunnels are contained within one massive cavern. As you approach the middle section of the platforms, you've got a bank of 3 escalators, which will take you up to another mezzanine level. This one being on the other side, on the south side of Victoria Cross, so the side closest to the harbour. And from there, you'll then be able to get to the concourse for Miller Street North, which we'll see later on in this video. So as you walk past those escalators, shortly after, you'll see these next 3 escalators, and they'll also take you up to that same mezzanine level as well.
Please hold your child's hand when getting on and off the metro services.
As well as Miller Street North, as to expect, you also got 2 lifts which connect the platform level with the concourse for Miller Street South. And these are these 2 lifts here. They'll take you up to the concourse, where you can then access either Miller Street or Dennison Street. So these two lifts are not quite at the very end of the platform, as you do got some space between the lift on this side and the wall here. Behind these walls are again some back of house rooms which are not accessible by the public. But nonetheless, I have to say, a very beautiful station indeed. Having both platforms and both tunnels all contained within one massive mine cavern makes it feel like you're actually at an airport. It's almost like walking down an airport terminal, and each door is like a gate. In each of these metro videos, I also wanted to get a few trains and all of them. So yeah, turned out to be good timing. What I'll do now is I'll pass these 3 escalators, but then I'll then head up to the mezzanine level above where I am right now, using one of the 3 escalators. So to get up to the entrance exit on Miller Street North, you got 2 lifts, or you got 2 escalators, one in either direction. For Miller Street South, you got 2 lifts, but 6 escalators. Here, it looks like you got 1 in the upwards direction and 2 in the downwards direction. So I'll head up now. So yeah, these escalators take you up to the mezzanine level on this side. And as you can see, the mezzanine level on this side is much larger and more spacious compared to the one on the other side. Show you guys a view looking at the lifts. In a few minutes you will see where these 2 lifts come up to. So now I'll take you guys up to the concourse for Miller Street South and Dennison Street. So to get up there from the platforms, you can take any one of the escalators or the 2 lifts, take you up to the mezzanine level, and then from there you gotta ascend these bank of escalators as well. So here there are 5 escalators. You've got 2 heading up and 3 heading down. So these escalators connect the mezzanine level with the concourse level. And here's basically the concourse for Miller Street South and Dennison Street. So if you're wondering where the 2 lifts come up to, they basically come up to the end of that corridor there. So yeah, we've got a lift corridor here for the 2 lifts that we saw a few minutes ago. And then at the start of where the lift corridor is, if you look to the right, you'll see the corridor for the toilets. On this side of the wall, you've got another next service display. Again, that's the Cavern with the 5 escalators, which will take you down to the mezzanine level, where you can see the platforms. I'll now show you guys the entrance exit. So you've got an open top-up machine there, another pit, and then you got 6 escalators here. So the escalators on the right take you up to Miller Street South. The escalators on the left connect you with Dennison Street. And to the right is the corridor, which will take you to the 2 lifts. Those 2 lifts you can use to access both Dennison and Miller Street. What I'll do is I'll start off by showing you guys the Dennison Street first. At the open day, you can only take the escalators up to Miller Street. These 3 escalators here on the left for Dennison Street were fenced off. So this area, or this part I guess, this little section of the station was not accessible on the open day. Obviously now it's opened. So as you can see, Dennison Street is slightly lower compared to Miller Street. So that's facing the escalators, and then just around the corner you got a map of the area, another screen showing next service displays, a Sydney Metro Lollipop sign with a bench right underneath, and the 2 lifts that we saw just a minute ago. So here you got some food shops. Yes, this Macca's is new and recently opened. Then it's got a few other food stores as well. And if you keep on walking down, you'll reach Dennison Street. But what I'll do is I'll head back this way and I'll take the lift up to Miller Street and show you guys that entrance exit. On the open day, the shutter doors for the Miller Street South entrance was closed. So even though you could kind of come to the area, you couldn't actually exit the station, as entry and exit was only via the Miller Street North side.
Lift going up. Lift going down. Please stand clear of the doors. Lift going down.
And yeah, now at the Miller Street entrance exit. I'll walk outside and show you guys what it looks like from the exterior. When Victoria Cross had the open day, which was, I think, in late February, this whole area here was fenced off, so you couldn't actually walk on this pavement. But yeah, now has opened since this station opened on the 19th of August. So as you can see, the Miller Street South entrance is located within Nova Station Developments, which is still in the construction phase by the looks of it, but there will be an office tower right above here. And then down that laneway you got some more restaurants, and then here you've got Miller Street North. So yeah, that's basically the full walkthrough of Victoria Cross Metro Station. It's great to see all the entrance exits open, including the one off Dennison Street. So what I'll do now is I'll quickly show you guys the sundial, which I may have missed back at the open day. It's a nice, impressive piece of digital art. So if you do happen to be in the area, definitely do check it out. What I'll do now is I'll head back down to the concourse level, show you guys the spectacular view that you can get as you descend down these escalators, then I'll wrap the video up. Alrighty people, that will be all for this video, so I'm going to wrap this one up now. Thanks for watching, please subscribe to the channel, like and favorite this video, and I will see you next time.